Hey everybody, just doing another video, starting the next ones. As you might have noticed there, we're doing Kettenkrads. And I'm just in the preliminary stage of laying them out, about to go through with the file and clean them up and then glue them, prime them, and then we'll be ready for some painting. Unfortunately, I've discovered the hard way. You may notice a big pile of drivers here. Unfortunately, I had two of these packs of Kettenkrads, but unfortunately this one is missing a whole series of tracks for two of the vehicles, and instead of getting 4 drivers, I got 8 in one box. So I actually have 12 drivers, not going to need that many. So I'll have to contact Battlefront and ask if they can send me the tracks I need to finish it off, because I've got, as you can see, plenty of wheels and more than enough bases, but when it comes to tracks, not so much. But I got dudes coming out of my ears. So, when we come back, we'll see how they look after I get them cleaned up and put together, and then I'll prime them. A quick little addendum here. Just because this sort of stuff interests me and I figured it might interest you guys. If you look as we're cleaning up here, the more common pieces that are going to have all the flash on them and the stuff that needs oring down, this is one of the wheel pieces, and as you can see, the handlebars on almost all of these have quite a bit of flashing on them, which I'll be trimming down using the scissors, the snips. When done properly, they look like this, and I apologize for not getting really a great focus on such a small object. Unfortunately, the camera's not really great with that. And on most of the Kettenkrad bodies, you can see an outline here, this little bit right there where it sticks out in each one of these, which is I guess just the way they cast them. Its size varies from piece to piece, but you can see it on each one of these if you look carefully, that they have that same little nub. So, you know, just a quick snip and a little file wears them down so they're even on both sides. Some minor flashing on the wheels, but generally they're pretty clean. And the dudes just have maybe a little ridge at the bottom where they were cast. Again, nothing too big. Side note, this came with the Kettenkrads. This is exactly the kind of thing I want Battlefront to include with the minis. A very simple, straightforward illustration of how to assemble the mini, which I grant you on the Kettenkrad is not really a terribly difficult thing to figure out without this, but some of the other ones really could have used it. For example, these fellows, and I really would appreciate when they put in these little, you know, 10-cent, quarter of a tenth of a cent photocopies. It makes life easier for everyone. Addendum. See this little picture here? It's nice. There's only one thing. What they don't show you on that picture is this. These two pieces look identical. They are, in fact, not. If you look at the size, you'll notice that the lower one has a longer insert than the shorter one, the upper one. And if we turn this upside down, if you can see this in the light, let's see, they are not uniform in size here either. In other words, there is a set of left and a set of right treads. Why? Since they're identical on the other side, I couldn't tell you that they decided to make them that way. I guess to differentiate them, but since they don't call that out in the instructions, well, I may have to cut a tread or something, which is kind of annoying. Wish Battlefront had thought about that. This is exactly the problem I'm talking about with these little things. Nowhere in this picture does it actually indicate that they are different sizes, and that would have been kind of important information before the glue went on. And there we go, 6 Kettenkrads, and hopefully eventually 2 more. Yeah, I know this guy's kind of popping a wheelie here, but well, maybe he's adventurous, we don't know. Next step will be priming, and then... And now we're back. It's a few hours later. I had to run and do some stuff. And then I would have taped it prior, but had to rush out. So, oops, sorry about that. So here are the now primed Kettenkrads. used the Army Painter Desert Yellow, which is what I use the base for all of my Germans so far. And as you can see, after about 15 minutes of drying, they're not completely dry, but they're dry to the touch practically. So I just use, in this case, just your garden variety shoebox that one of my kids got some shoes from, and this little thing on here is a comic book board that I've used, and noticed some minor variation here. Specifically, these fellows are a bit cold to the touch, but you'll notice that this dude apparently has been drinking too much, because he's popping a wheelie, and when he dried he sort of fell over, so I kind of think that was kind of funny, so I kept him that way. And otherwise, they're ready to go on to the painting stage, and then we'll add the Army Painter shades, and then prime the cover with the clear primer, and then we'll be done with them. So hopefully we can fast place them.